from Nick's order. JD Vance went off on people who are calling for unity with radical leftists. There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone who lies about Charlie Kirk said in order to excuse his murder. There is no unity with someone who harasses an innocent family the day after his father of the family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination.
There is no unity.
Oh, by the way, this is the Charlie Kirk show that JD Vance was guest hosting. Fucking legendary.
There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone.
This guy's already my next president. He already got my vote, by the way. I don't even need to see any other candidates. I'm good.
Who lies about what Charlie Kirk said in order to excuse his murder. There is no unity with someone who harasses an innocent family the day after the father of that family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination. And there is no unity with the people who fund these articles, who pay the salaries of these terrorist sympathizers, who argue that Charlie Kirk, a loving husband and father, deserved a shot to the neck because he spoke words with which they disagree. Did you know that the George Soros Open Society
fucking Soros, let's go!
Foundation and the Ford Foundation, the groups who funded that disgusting article justifying Charlie's death, do you know they benefit from generous tax treatment? They are literally subsidized by you and me, the American taxpayer. And how do they reward us? By setting fire to the house built by the American family over 250 years. I'm desperate for our country to be united in condemnation of the actions and the ideas that killed my friend. I want it so badly that I will tell you a difficult truth. We can only have it with people who acknowledge that political violence is unacceptable, and when we work to dismantle the institutions that promote violence and terrorism in our own country.
Absolutely. Fucking banger speech. Banger speech. And we also have this from Benny Johnson. Breaking. President Trump endorses officially labeling Antifa as a domestic terror organization. I would do that 100%. And all others also. By the way, Antifa is terrible. We have some pretty radical groups, and they got away with murder. And also, I've been speaking to the Attorney General about bringing RICO against some of the people that you've been reading about that have been putting up millions and millions of dollars for agitation. These aren't protests. These are crimes. So let's hear them out.
Given with all the that's going on with Charlie Kirk's assassination and the left-wing, violence going on, do you have plans, and actually this is a great opportunity with all these, do you plan on designating Antifa finally a domestic terror organization?
Well, it's something I would do, yeah. If I have support from the people back here, I think we'd start with Pam, I think. But I would, if you give me, I would do that 100%, and others also, by the way. But Antifa is terrible.
Are there other groups that you can think of?
There are other groups, yeah, there are other groups. We have some pretty radical groups, and they got away with murder. And also, I've been...
Antifa is a terrorist group. They are anti-America, fundamentally. Everything they stand for goes against the Constitution. Why they would be allowed in the country to run free is insane to me.
Speaking to the Attorney General about bringing RICO against some of the people that you've been reading about that have been putting up millions and millions of dollars for agitation. These aren't protests. These are crimes, what they're doing, where they're throwing bricks at cars of ICE and Border Patrol. Mm-hmm. They come in with beautiful new cars.
They are insane. They are absolutely insane.
They're so proud. It's Border Patrol, ICE, it's got whatever it is. And they're throwing rocks at it. And
they don't care if they kill people. Like, how do we get to a point where that's acceptable?
After 50 yards, it looks like an old beat-up vehicle. It was just brand new. It was just bought for the purposes. And they don't have to take that anymore. I let it be known. will take responsibility. They don't have to take it anymore, and they don't want to take it. They were told by a past administration, it became almost a culture. If somebody throws a rock at you, do nothing. If somebody spits in your face, do nothing.
That the mentality that's been trained to the people. And then you have the court cases of people losing court cases for trying to defend themselves is insane to me. How do we even get here?
And I say, when they spit, you hit. Do whatever you want. You do whatever the hell you want. I watch it. So
What a fucking awesome president.
sick it made me. For 4 years, I had to sit home and watch people screaming at policemen and spitting in their face, and they weren't able to do anything. They just had a grin and bear. They're standing up like a piece of steel. And a woman, in many cases, women, you can see they're professional agitators. I had one the other night.
Professional agitators. They literally find the people that if they are pushed back on, then they can claim victim right away. It's literally a profession.
4 the other night, all in one group, total phonies. I started to scream when I got into a restaurant, something with Palestine. And I said, well, I'm doing a great job for peace in the Middle East. I should get lots of awards for that, right? With the Abraham Accords and everything else. But a woman just stood up and started screaming. And she got booed out of the place, too. There were a lot of people in the restaurant. I went there to show how safe, and it was safe. I mean, the woman is just a mouthpiece. All she was a paid agitator. And you have a lot of them. And I've asked
when you do the research on the paid protesters and paid agitators, it's actually devastating. Like mentally, I didn't know how bad it was until you actually start going into it further. There are career protesters that are paid by these funds, and it always seems to go back to Soros. By the way, it's like, how is this even a thing? How did we get here?
To look into that in terms of RICO, bringing RICO cases against the criminal RICO, because they should be put in jail. What they're doing to this country is really subversive.
And we have also, I posted this. Thought this is interesting. Shout out to Nev G for this because I saw this from him reposting it. Charlie Kirk, May 30th, 2020. Retweet: if President Trump should classify Antifa as a domestic terror organization. Guys, that was 5 years ago. It was a little bit ahead of his time. Although I will say, I felt the same way 5 years ago. Antifa should have been classified as a terror organization back then. It's well overdue at this point. And let's finish this off with this one here. This is from, shout out to Alucard. Insurrection Barbie. She asked AI to generate what Charlie Kirk would say to us about his death. Everyone needs to listen to this. Those of us who are steadfast in our faith already know this to be true. So I have not seen this yet. Let's check it out.
First, I want you to know I'm fine, not because my body is fine, but because my soul is secure in Christ. Death is not the end.
This is weird because it's like so accurate and it's his voice. It's fucking weird.
It's a promotion. Don't waste 1 second mourning me. I knew the risks of standing up in this cultural moment, and I'd do it all over again. Second, do not let this violence divide us further. The enemy wants chaos, fear, and retaliation. Don't give it to them. Instead, double down on truth. Double down on courage. Double down on your faith and on your families. That is how you honor me. Third, remember this. America is worth it. Free speech is worth it. Fighting for the unborn, for families, for sanity in a culture gone mad. It is all worth it. So dry your tears, pick up your cross, and get back in the fight. Do it with joy. Do it with strength. And never, ever let evil think it won.
I don't know how to feel about that. I'll be honest. It's fucking weird. It is, I guess you could say it's accurate based off of what he would say, but AI after someone passes has always creeped me out, like to the extreme. But yeah, that is the situation right now. And I do find it interesting that Trump is taking the perspective that he is considering making Antifa designated as a terrorist organization. Something that's extremely long overdue, something that people have been asking for forever. And in a weird way, like I've said a million times already, Charlie Kirk's assassination is the turning point for everything. People are waking up. The normies out there, the people that literally, my wife, I love her, very normie when it comes to this stuff. She's waking up to this shit. She's asking questions. She's like, what the hell's going on out there? And I'm like, here's what's happening. And she's like, damn, that's insane. That's insane. Nobody asked questions before. People just, it was like a live and let live mentality. But after something like this, a monumental moment in human history transpires, people start asking questions. People want answers and people want changes. They don't ever want to see this happening again. And this has been happening for far too long. Many of us that are content creators have been dealing with it for the better part of the past, I don't know, 7 years or so, even longer than that, if you want to go back further, where there are this group of people that feel like they can just threaten you with no repercussions because my free speech, I can say whatever I want. But now we have situations like this where it's like, yeah, but your free speech might be encouraging other people to take crazy actions. How do you feel about that? Do you feel okay about that? Nope, they don't care. They're, as we're seeing right now on Blue Sky mostly, but also on X as well, people are flippantly just being like, I don't care if he dies. I would have done it myself. He deserved it. All these other things. It's just like, bro, what are we doing here? How did we get to this point where we don't even look at another human as a human being? We look at them as someone to be taken down. That's insane to me. It should have never gotten to this point. And honestly, I'm not trying to say it's just the left, because the right has also done this over the years as well, where it's just raising the temperature of the room, making everyone feel like the other side is, it needs to have some sort of punishment. And I'm in this area where I'm just like, can we just like have a conversation? And then we look at the Charlie Kirk situation and the answer is nope. That's what's scary about everything. And yeah, trust me, the more I talk about this shit, the more I understand that it puts my entire life in jeopardy as well. But at the same time, I'm sure as shit not going to remain silent when I see what transpired from someone trying to speak up. I will not let the other side win. I don't think anyone should. I think it's really important that everyone speaks up, because as I've learned over the past 8 years of doing this, the only thing the other side wants is for you to shut the hell up. Just stop talking. Just go away. Because they want to push their ideology, their Marxism, their communism. Like literally, that's what they want. The one thing getting in their way is people speaking up about it. And they see that as a threat. Anyways.